Hello! I'm Nibbles, the electrical gremlin, with Automation Academy and the PLC Tech. If you don't find me handsome, maybe you will find me helpful.
Alright, let's look at this pressure transducer. This is a KPSI, purchased from USA Blue Book. Came with a manual. It's pretty nice. But what I wanted to tell you is this is made for sludgy, bad water conditions. Wastewater in particular is where I have learned to use these. And basically what you're looking at has a really large flat diaphragm, which is less likely to clog up with debris and cause your transducer reading to be bad. It's also easy to clean. You just spray it off and it's right back in business if you did have something kind of clogging it and messing up your readings. This model also has the incandescent or the condensate type of material in this tube, because it's got an open vent tube to atmosphere. Because the way pressure transducers work, particularly submersibles, is it's differential. Even though it's called submersible, it's comparing what the pressure is that it's in at the water depth to what the atmospheric pressure is, which is why you have to have the vent tube above the water level. So it's still kind of differential, but a true differential actually will measure water or some liquid on both sides and measure the difference between what's in the middle. Let's say a flow or an orifice plate. This particular model is 0 to 10 psi. If I remember correctly, if I read that correctly. Usually the data is on the side over here. Yep, 0 to 10 psi. So it's pretty good resolution. Just to give you an idea, if you compared that to feet, the psi to feet is like, each psi is equal to like 1.21 feet, so you can multiply that out. So this is basically about 30-some feet to 0 feet of water. And so what the plan is to install this into my koi pond water intake, where there is a debris net that gets clogged from algae and leaves and different things, and basically monitor that backside of that skimmer. And if that net gets clogged, then inherently the water level behind it drops, and this transducer will measure that level, and I'll be able to set an alarm with the PLC to say that the net needs to be cleaned. The other benefit is if the net's not clogged and the water level drops because of evaporation or a leak in the pond, then I would also get an alarm. So that's the ultimate goal. That's the purpose of this transducer. Now we will go through some details on how to wire it, and this particular one is going to be putting out a 4 to 20 milliamp signal. It's loop powered, and there's probably a diagram in here that shows us how to wire it. So let me see, right here it is. That's easy enough. So hopefully you can see that. So basically we're going to power the red wire, and it will return a signal on the white wire for us to read, and the PLC needs to see that common DC for reference, and we'll be able to read a 0 to 10 volt, a 4 to 20 milliamp signal relative to 0 to 10 volts, or relative to 0 to 10 psi.
Please like this video right now. You need to subscribe to this channel. I want you to comment down below. Do it, or I'll causing chaos.